Hi and welcome back. This is gym update video number 9 and most of the footage you're going to watch today took place in January of 2025. Enough waffling off me, let's get straight into it. So first thing in the morning they started to manhandle the I-beams into the gym that were going to go up onto the second floor. Once inside the gym, they had to maneuver them into position, ready to be lifted up onto the first floor. At the end of the day, you can see they've completed 3 courses on the first floor and they've already started the 4th course. And you can see that 2 of the beams that were manhandled into the gym and then hoisted to the first floor have now been welded in position on the second floor. And by the end of the next day, they'd completed 4 courses all the way around the first floor. So day 1, they got 2 cross members up. Today, they've got 3 cross members up. That's 5 in total. And to the right, you can see they're now up 7 courses of cinder blocks. The next visit showed a lot more blocks being put in place and also a lot more I-beams being welded in position. You can see there to the left of the door, they've started to leave the gap for the window, which is next to the fire door on the first floor. And at this point, according to Leo, there's only 9 more I-beams to go up, and that will be the I-beams complete. And these are those remaining 9 I-beams. They've got to get hoisted all the way to the top. Here you can see the first floor fire exit and the window definitely taking shape to the right of it. And the brickwork on the first floor going up quite quickly indeed. And during my next visit, Leo demonstrated the new door we've had fitted. Very posh. And the windows are getting boarded up. I'm not sure if there's a security issue or if in fact we're going to be part of a Tom and Jerry cartoon. And later that day, another door on the room that's going to be the office. And this is the welder who's starting to make the stairs that will go from the ground floor to the first floor. And this is the welder who I found out actually did some work in Saudi Arabia, talking to Leo, explaining what his plan is. And this is the extensive blueprint that the welder is using to build the stairs. And as that continued on the ground floor, the welders continued on the second floor with the welding. I wouldn't stand there. And these are the last 2 I-beams that need to be hoisted up to the second floor, and then that will be the beams complete. And this is the checker plate that will be cut and welded onto the stairs that are going to take us from the ground floor to the first floor. And later that day, the bespoke locking mechanism was fitted to the office door. And a day or 2 later, when the remaining I-beams were up and welded in place, the steel deck was put in position, ready for the second floor welding. Now I did want to take some more footage of the welder actually putting the stairs together, but having spent 4 days in Cebu with the family, when we got back, it was done. And the steel deck now on the roof of the gym being laid out, cut to size in preparation for welding. And all the while, the masons carried on building the walls on the outside of the first floor. And that's the welder working on the handrails of the stairs. And as the welder continues on the stairs, the masons continue on the exterior walls. And at this stage you can see the walls are now maybe 85-90% complete, and the steel deck is laid out 100% ready for the welding of the rebar. Now that the walls are taking shape, it's a lot easier to explain what is what. You can see the main door on the right. To the left is a small compartment that will have the water container in it. Behind that you see a wall. The other side of that wall is the shower unit, and the gap across the top will be ventilation for the showers on the inside. And a few days later you can see that the welder has finished tacking all of the rails onto the stairs. It's going to need final welding and then rubbing down and painting, but this is good enough for guys to be able to use to get up onto the first floor, as opposed to the rickety ladder they've been using up until now. You can also see he's tacked in place the railings, and that's going to prevent people from falling off the first floor down onto the ground floor. We prefer that they use the stairs. Back onto the roof of the gym, and you can see the rebar is being laid out in preparation for welding it to the steel deck. And even more rebar being cut, tied and welded in place. And this is the view from the roof of the gym. This clip is slightly out of sequence because I've already been up onto the roof, but prior to that I did say to Leo, how do we get up onto the roof? And he said, we use the ladder. I said, this ladder? And he said, no. He said the ladder is outside by the fire door, so I went to take a look. That is the first rung of the ladder. And there are 6 in total, and the next time I come to the gym with my son when we walk the dog, I'll get him to videotape me ascending the ladder. If you've paid attention to the sky in the last few clips, you'll look like it's been threatening to rain. Well, Mother Nature followed through on that threat and it pissed down. And ironically, the driest room on the ground floor is the shower. This clip gives you a better idea of the ladder that's welded to the I-beam that you can see to the right of the fire door on the first floor. The rain returned and the welding, etc. on the roof stopped. This is no exaggeration, it rained like this for a week. promised, my son and me walking the dog and me climbing up the rebar ladder to get onto the roof. When you've climbed onto the roof, it does feel kind of high, but I'm obviously no Fred Dibner. So that's it for gym update number 9. Number 10 will be along as soon as I get enough footage. That said, think back to the rain that you saw in this video. That did persist for 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and it really did slow the project down and has extended the project date by maybe 2 or 3 weeks, even a month or longer. More about the rain in the next video, but that's it. As soon as I've got enough footage, we'll see update number 10.